Our next guest is making headlines for not only being a mom, but a respiratory therapist working on the front lines during the COVID-19 pandemic. She's also a firefighter too. Yeah, let's just throw that in there. You have to check out her story. Take a look at this.
My name is Jennifer Kingsbury, and I'm 30 years old. I live in Abington, Pennsylvania. I like to joke that I'm the most social hermit you will ever meet. I am employed as a respiratory therapist, and I've been a firefighter with the Abington Fire Company for 4 years. In addition to wife, I'm also a mom to a new 2-year-old. My husband and I have been married for 6 years. He's been a firefighter for 8, and he's inspired me to join as well 4 years ago. I was looking for ways to help out in my community and decided to take an accelerated course to become a firefighter. So my work days are very long. I have to wake up at 5:30 in the morning to leave, and I don't get home until a little after 8. So unfortunately, my baby's asleep when I leave and when I get home. Since we're always on call, there are nighttime calls. Sometimes at midnight, sometimes at 3 in the morning, and you just get up, you get dressed, and you do the best that you can. Being so busy with long work days and on call with the fire department, I definitely need to find some time for myself. When I'm overwhelmed, I can step away from work. And I can also take a break from the fire service, but I'm always on call as a mother.
Oh, Jennifer Kingsbury.
Hello, thank you for having me on the show.
I mean, I care so much about other people, but when I hear your story, you do. You make me feel like a slacker, and I mean that in the best way ever. And you're such an inspiration. I heard your husband was a firefighter. Like, he inspired you, right, to get into the action?
Yes, my husband has been a firefighter for about 8 years, and we're very family-oriented, so I spent a lot of time at the firehouse doing family activities or using their free gym. And one day, I just decided, you know what? I want to join too. I was looking for volunteer opportunities, and they're very flexible. So I joined the fire company.
And what about being a nurse? Was there anything that inspired you for that?
I've always been interested in things in medicine and kids. So when I started out as a therapist 8 years ago, I specialized in neonatal care, which is hard. It's heartbreaking, but it's so fulfilling. I recently transitioned to adult care. I work at a level 1 trauma center in Philadelphia. So that's great as well. And at the same time, I decided to become a firefighter. So this was all 4 years ago. Transitioning from children to adults, being a firefighter, it was just a fun time of change.
And then you have this beautiful 2.5-year-old. What do you do to, after you give to your child, you give as a respiratory therapist, you give as a firefighter, you give as a wife, and probably in no such order on every given day, what do you do for yourself? Do you have something?
You know, I love to garden, and I've been gardening pre-COVID. So you just carve out a little time for yourself when you can, whether it's late at night after bedtime or taking advantage of nap time. That's my time to say, okay, Jen, here's a cup of coffee, here's a good book, or I sneak away to my garden.
And when was the last time you had like a date night?
Oh my gosh, we don't know what date night is. We managed to sneak away back in December. My mom was able to watch the baby for a couple of hours. So we went toy shopping and we snuck in a nice little lunch date, and it was amazing.
Well,
we had a baby moon planned, but that didn't really work out because Hurricane Florence destroyed that.
Well, Jennifer, I know that you've been just working overtime and really just showing us all what is possible for one human being to do, and you serve and protect your community in so many ways, especially during this last year. And you put yourself last in so many ways, and that's what we do as moms. That's the sign up, that's the job. But then the way you overextend yourself for everyone else too is just, it's awe-inspiring. And we all here at the show thought you deserved a break. So I want to give you a mom's time out. So we're going to send you and your husband on a luxurious 6-night, 7-day stay in a beachfront room at the InterContinental Fiji Golf Resort and Spa. That's right. It's in Fiji. You're going to Fiji. And it's on the majestic beachfront of the Natandola Bay on Fiji's mainland, and your resort like there has a round trip transfer that'll be provided by Rosie Holidays Fiji. And then our friends at Fiji Airways, the national airline of Fiji, are going to provide you with the round trip ticket. So everything is dialed in and taken care of. But most importantly, we made sure with your mom, and she's going to watch your little one. It's all been thought of. It's all been taken care of. This is just for you to enjoy and relax. As soon as it is safe, this is just waiting for you.
I don't know how to say it, but thank you. That's all I can say. I know my husband's going to enjoy it, so we really appreciate it.
I can't think of all the things that you deserve in this world for being so good to everyone else. And Jennifer, I mean, really, you're amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. I want to hear all about it, by the way. Will you please tell us how it went?
Oh, I will be sure to write and let you guys know. It's going to be great.
Okay, great. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to your mom who's holding down the fort.